I love you.
I present Chris Spagnoli, the Lifetime Legal Achievement Award winner.
Thank you. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys. Thank you. That's fabulous. Thank you, Julie, so much for coming all the way from Florida to be here. It's really a special night to have you with us and the great work that you're doing. Talk about giving up your life and your practice. Julie has been traveling the country for the last year trying to protect our civil courts and our liberties and our freedoms. Thank you for everything you're doing. It's really hard to believe that I'm here tonight being recognized by people I respect so much. Fighters for the people. Harvey and Jamie and Carmen and Consumer Watchdog with your Lifetime Achievement Award. It's very special. I did not set out in life to win awards or recognition. There was a fire lit in me a long time ago that called me to want to use my time and effort to protect the underdog and right wrongs. Maybe it was in elementary school, Les, when my brother and I took out the neighborhood bully in the snow. You know, sometimes you gotta just punch the bullies. Ricky Vining got what he deserved. The fire grew in the early 70s when I was in high school and early college. It was a time of political turmoil and unrest. And I found myself gravitating to the people I saw who took on injustice and stood up to the powerful. And I was fortunate to have people who believed in me open the doors of opportunity. From my hardworking parents, my dad, you heard, my World War II vet, 91 and still going strong. Truly, trenches of France and Germany. Thank you, Dad. And my mom, who worked full-time and raised 5 kids, and really just amazing that we all didn't kill each other, because we were latchkey kids. And to my first real job as a field representative for Assemblyman Mike Roos, helping a community full of immigrants and the elderly. And if some of them are here, Free Griffith Park still rings in my head. And then I went to the law firm that was known as the patron saints of lost causes, where I have made my home for the past 35 years, working and trying cases with committed trial lawyers, in particular my dearest brothers-in-law, Bruce and Brown and Tim and Mark, who I've been working with side by side, and Jeff, since my first day as a law clerk in 1984. As I dug into cases representing people who were killed or injured by defective cars and tires, like Patricia Anderson and her children, and Jody Schloss, and Sang-Mook Lee, and Brian Matthews, and the Morrow family, and my pals from Sacramento are here. We did that case together. I got an inside look at the choices that many companies unfortunately made to put profits over people and to knowingly put people in harm's way to save a buck or two. And there's only one place where the truth could come out and the playing field leveled and the wrongs righted, and that was and is in the courtroom in front of a jury. But the one thing I learned from my earliest days as a lawyer was that the powerful don't like to be held accountable. And for the last 35 years, I have seen the relentless efforts to shut the courthouse doors to those who seek justice. And so my work as a trial lawyer became not just about working to right a wrong for an individual client, but to fight with all of my being to protect our constitutional right to a trial by jury, keep the courthouse doors open. I was fortunate to be in a position to do something meaningful when the GM and Chrysler bankruptcies were going down. And as you heard, they had the backing of our government and a rocket dock in bankruptcy court. And no doubt they were looking forward to shedding responsibility for 100 million cars. But the trial lawyers AAJ under the leadership of Linda Lipson and John Bowman and our current president, the Consumer Attorneys of California led by Nancy Drabble and our current president Greg Bentley are here. The car defect lawyers from AIEG, and there's Jimmy Rogers is here from Seattle, and a few others are here. And our consumer organizations, Consumer Watchdog, Center for Justice and Democracy, and Public Citizen, and in particular, a few select, committed, elected officials. Yes, among them, Claire McCaskill of Missouri, who dropped everything to work on this. Got to get her elected next year, re-elected. But for those efforts, those companies would have been immunized from being held accountable for the harm their defective products cause, like ignition switches that turn off your car while you're driving and you can't steer, or fuel tanks that blow up when you're rear-ended, or airbags that explode and pierce your body with metal shrapnel. So as I reflect on the past and think about the future, and because I'm sharing the stage with a musical genius whose words I heard growing up, I want to borrow a few words of inspiration for the next generation of leaders, and from our other honoree, Jackson Brown, if it's okay. These are his words. Just do the steps that you've been shown by everyone you've ever known until the dance becomes your very own. No matter how close to yours another steps have grown, in the end, there's one dance you'll do alone. Keep a fire for the human race. Let your prayers go drifting into space. You never know what will be coming down. Perhaps a better world is drawing near. Just as easily, it could all disappear. Into a dancer I have grown from a seed somebody else has thrown. Go ahead and throw some seeds of your own. And somewhere between the time you arrive and the time you go may lie a reason you're alive. And although this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, as Bruce said, I'm still here and I'm not done. So, FedEx, watch out. So again, with homage to Jackson Brown and his powerful message, till I go down, till the world stops spinning around, till I'm 6 feet under the ground, I'm gonna swing this chain. Till I go down, I'm not gonna shut my mouth. I'm for the truth to come out. Thank you.